Hello, YouTube! Greetings from LazyEyebrowReviewer, and...
Hi, I'm xEagleOne.
He is! We're gonna do the Q&A, and he decided to join. I don't know. Why did you decide to join?
Reasons.
Reasons. Reasons are good. So, let's start with the categories. Me.
Him. First question is, hi.
Hi!
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
What got you into Transformers?
What got me into Transformers was actually the movie series. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid because my parents thought it was too violent. Same with you, actually, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, same, yeah, both of us, apparently.
It was all pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, guns are bad! Except they never actually shot each other.
Nope.
Well, Megatron punched Starscream a few times. That was as violent as
It
it
was like
got.
Stormtroopers versus good Stormtroopers.
So, yeah, and so we weren't allowed to watch it, and I watched the movie, and then Revenge of the Fallen sucked so hard that I wanted to know what the original was like. So I looked at the original, and it was good. It was very good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that's what got you into it.
Yeah.
Your eyebrow is hideous. You look like the hunchback of Notre Dame got hit by a truck repeatedly in the head. Why is your face so horribly disfigured?
It's a serious condition! Stop making fun of me! Actually, that's not what the real question said. In fact, this is what it actually said. It was very politely written, but I just thought I'd embellish it. The real reason... It's true. It was very politely written.
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure, yes.
But that's how it felt, did it? No.
My eyebrow, the reason... I had a huge lump of fat born, like, right over here, and it used to be like that all the time, and I couldn't see out of it until I was about 3, and then I had a surgery that removed all that fat, but the procedure was so delicate that they described it as scraping spaghetti sauce off of spaghetti, and like the nerve endings were spaghetti and the fat was the spaghetti sauce. And I explained that analogy. Anyways, it was a very, very, very delicate surgery, and ended up severing the muscle control nerve to my eyebrow, and so it doesn't move anymore. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I've kind of gotten used to it. So, yeah, that's that.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to something darker. What kind of music do you like?
Wow, it's so dark. I like a good mix of everything. Lately, it's been like 80s and 70s kind of music. I'm listening to. You listen to 104.3, Paul?
All the time.
Isn't that a great station?
I just found it, and it's like their advertising is usually... Yeah, I just stumbled across your station, and I haven't been able to switch it off.
That's like exactly what it is about, too.
And it's true.
All they play is 60s, 70s, and 80s. And actually, Torrin introduced me to it. I love it so much. But yeah, I've been into that lately, but a lot of what else I listen to is like techno and electronic and dubstep and stuff like that. That's like the second thing I listen to. And then otherwise what I don't listen to is country and rap. I can't stand that stuff.
I like a little bit of country.
A little bit. Like there's like a few gems in a handful of garbage.
A lot of them are talking about driving truck.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
If you ever needed a computer built, would you get xEagleOne to do it for you?
Would I? Would I really? Yes. Please build me a computer. I don't want that one. No.
But it's a Hewlett-Packard.
Did you just say Hewlett?
Hewlett-Packard.
Hewlett-Packard.
That's what it is. HP.
Hewlett?
Hewlett-Packard.
I thought it was Hewitt.
No, Hewlett.
Hewitt.
They don't even care anymore. It just says HP.
It's Hewitt.
Well, before that it was Packard Bell, okay? That's what I remember.
All right, then. Next question.
What's your favorite Transformers show? And G1 includes season 3 and 4.
I would have to still say G1 because season 1 and 2 makes up for season 3 and 4. I really hate season 3 and 4, but, whatever. I guess that also includes Victory, doesn't it? This is all capsulated into one. I've never seen Victory or Headmasters. I know, and you have it all on your hard drive or something.
It's all downstairs.
I know. So, yeah. Close second, though, would be Transformers Prime. That's a pretty good show.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind it.
Yeah, like, I made fun of it at first, and then I actually watched it. And then I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But everything else kind of...
The beginning was a little rocky, though.
Yeah. Yeah, with weird...
No spoilers.
Okay.
For all those Transformers fans that are on your Transformers channel to talk about no Transformers spoilers.
Yeah, he died.
Oh, God.
was the coolest car. He was really the coolest
it was a really
car.
good toy, too.
Yeah. I have that one. It's a good toy.
I'm broke.
Oh. Just made our Q&A really dark. Way to go. So yeah, that's what made my answer for that one.
Have you played Transformers Devastation?
I don't have a 360 or a PS4 or 3 or whatever it plays on.
So that answers that question.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Old enough not to answer that question entirely, but I'd say mid-20s.
Do you play Minecraft?
Section 2, Toys.
Yay!
My favorite kind of thing.
What is the most complex official Transformers toy in your opinion?
Official toy probably would have to be the ROTF Prime. The Leader Class, Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really complex one. It's like a masterpiece in and of itself, and it's just a $60 Leader Class toy.
Yeah.
I love that one. There's just so many moving parts, and it looks accurate to the show, and then it looks like an accurate Peterbilt 379, and I love that one so much.
And it's big.
It is huge. It's masterpiece scale.
Can we see your collection?
Sure, here it is.
Well, I really only have one worth of stuff, so we'll start from top to bottom. Those are my car speakers. I kind of have to install them in my car, but this area right here is just, big stuff I don't really have room for and don't really know where to put. So there's Armada Unicron, Generations Jetfire, and my own custom version of Betatron. I still need an off-road for that guy. Right now I was just first aid subbing in, but there's Jet Blastoff, Alpha Bravo, Rook, and eventually off-road. So the next shelf is just model cars. So over here we have HO scale cars. So I have Sideswipe, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Jazz, and Optimus Prime, and a TARDIS. Again, that's just an HO scale train set thing. Over here is like 124 scale cars. So there's the General Lee, a Lego DeLorean, a Ferrari 458 Italia, Jazz from the Alternators line, and MPO1. More or less 124 scale. And then moving down here, we have the combiner shelf. So that would be Devastator, Menasor, Bruticus, Defensor, and Superion. Moving down from that is the Masterpiece shelf. And as you can see here, it is the Masterpiece line. Hooray! If it would focus. There we go. So yes, those are my Masterpiece figures. Planning on getting more eventually one day when I can afford it. Down below is the Decepticons, looking quite empty. I'm obviously missing a Skywarp. I have a custom Skywarp, but I gave it to Faceless Joe, and I'm going to get the KO version. There's a Starscream supposed to go right here, and eventually Shockwave, and I don't know about anyone else. But those are the main 5 I want. Maybe Shockwave to make it 6. Triple changers would be nice. Moving on down, then we have the Classics G1 shelf. Sideswipe isn't mine. I'm just borrowing that. I'm just putting it there for now. Otherwise, those are my Classics G1 collection. Arranged, of course, by color. And no particular other order. And then the last shelf is just Bionicle stuff.
With the return of Headmasters, are you interested in that? And which figure would you start off with?
I'm sort of interested in Headmasters, but again, it kind of centralizes itself on Season 3 and 4, right? Which, again, I wasn't really all that into. But which figure will I start off with? I'm going to say Fort Max, because that's the one I did start off with. But other than that, for Deluxes, I might start off with Blur, actually. I've actually kind of enjoyed him. Have you seen Blur yet?
No, I don't think so. Just the baby blue one that I have.
Oh, yeah. The Drift one.
Yeah, the Drift one. The Drift Blur.
That one's not bad, but this new Blur is really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Favorite cassette mini robot?
Rumble, the blue one.
How many figures have you customized?
Nearly every single one that I own. It's got either chrome tailpipes or pinstriping or full-on heavy retools.
All of them.
All of them.
Favorite Transformer besides Superion with upgrades?
I always hate these weird, arbitrary, you can't pick this one because you already told us it's your favorite. Because it's like I just told you my
Isn't
favorite.
the question already answered? But it's like, no, wait, not that one.
Not that one.
Because it's not the one I want you to say.
Whichever
I'm gonna let
one.
you try and figure it out.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna say this guy because it's a pretty classic toy. It's just so many of them, and it's a really good figure.
Thundercracker.
Well, yeah, Thundercracker specifically, but I like the Seekers in general. MP11's a pretty cool toy.
Just not the cone heads.
I don't know. Have you seen these new cone heads?
Yeah, I saw the new ones.
They look pretty cool.
The other ones aren't that great.
No.
Little deluxe ones.
Yeah. The kind of stubby-nosed airplanes. Yeah.
Favorite fembot?
I only know like 3 of them. I'm going to say XEagleOne because she was pretty awesome. She actually did something in the show.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Who was Ironhide's girl?
Firestar, or was that Inferno? I can't remember.
No, I can't remember.
And then it was like, there's Firestar, Cano of RC, obviously. There was Chromia. Was that Ironhide's girl with Chromia? I can't remember. Regardless, I don't...
I do like the new RC, though, from Prime.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
Because it wasn't like, oh, help me.
Yeah, like she actually did stuff, too.
Yeah.
So we'll say that RC. Prime RC is pretty sweet.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Turns
And
into
that Black Widow spider one.
Arachnia.
Arachnid? Arachnid?
Something like
Yeah.
that.
That one.
Slipstream's pretty neat. She turns into a Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with RC from Prime. She's pretty cool.
Minerva's pretty cool.
Stop
But you
giving me more
haven't-
options.
That's Takara G1.
Oh, okay.
You saw Super God Master Force?
No. I know, I'm just breaking your heart
Oh
here.
my goodness.
I need to leave this stream right now.
Oh man. We'll get you caught up one day. Okay. Well, you review more insert toy line here.
When I get to it.
Are you planning on getting insert figure here?
When my wallet can afford it.
Are there any figures specifically you're really looking for?
I know I haven't seen Headmasters or whatever, but that... Is it Raiden? Is it all the trains that combine into a train
Yeah, I
guy?
think so.
I want him.
Yeah, he
I
looks
really
pretty
want
cool.
him. And I would love a G1 Superion. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Those are the figures I'm looking for.
Can I have that toy you just reviewed? I really, really want it.
I was going to answer this question, but I figure who better to answer this than Mr. Flaxseed from Animaniacs?
You mean for free?
Yes, exactly.
No.
Will you review TV show episodes?
No, that would get really, really... Then you're just going to make me watch the Headmasters that way, aren't you?
That is a possibility.
Yeah, review every single Headmasters episode.
I'll be right there with you.
That's just...
Part-time of the way.
That's a lot of work, though. It's just to get all those clips and sync it up with my commentary and whatnot.
Remember this part, roll the clip.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that part. The
Oh,
end.
I'm not the nostalgia critic or unusual suspect or whoever it is. I'm not those guys.
Super God Master Force, though?
Still haven't seen it, but... Yes, I know you like it, okay? We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there.
Okay. Who is your least favorite?
Everyone keeps asking why, so I guess this is as good a time to answer it now. I don't like Hot Rod, and I really don't, and everyone's like, why? I thought you loved Primes or whatever. I don't like Hot Rod because, A, in the movie, he got Optimus killed because he was being a jerk. That's, like, the biggest reason right there. And, and second, like, I haven't seen too much of Season 3 and 4, but every time I see Season 3 and 4, he's not taking command, and then he's complaining that he's not the commander that Optimus was. So he shouldn't have taken command in the first place if he's just going to whine about it, and Ultra Magnus was the commander anyway in Season 3 and 4. He pretty much did everything. So, no, Hot Rod was the worst character I've seen in a long time. Yep.
I agree.
Okay, cool.
You're not the only one.
Excellent.
All right. Least favorite is out of the way.
Yeah.
What incarnation of Optimus and Megatron figures are your favorite?
I'm actually going to go with War for Cybertron on this one for toys, because those two were really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like Megatron as a tank. That just makes sense to me.
And it was really aggressive looking, too.
It was an aggressive looking tank, but, like, those toys were just so well engineered. And, well, going back to the complex question, like, that's like a second place type thing is this Deluxe Optimus, because, like, I went over a few times to your house and tried transforming it without instructions, and I gave up halfway through.
Yep.
And, like, I know how to do it now, but those were amazing toys. But yeah, I do like the War for Cybertron, Megatron, and Optimus figures. Those are pretty cool.
What does Transformers need more of? Advertising. Because there's never enough. From Hasbro to Karatami.
Exactly.
Advertising. No, but really, what do they need more of?
I think they just need more fun storylines. And just, you know... Well, you go ahead and answer the next question, and I'll answer both in the same thing.
What does it need less of?
I think Transformers needs less of this convoluted backstory of, and this prime is prophetic of that prime, and that prime did this, and that, and this, and here's the enigma of combination that does this, this, and that, and it's like, I just kind of want it to go back to simple storylines, because, I don't know, that's what I liked it the most, was, like, just... Keep it simple. It's glorified toy commercials back in the 80s, these episodes. But that's what it's always been. And why do we need such, like, I don't mind complex stories and complex characters, but when you just throw so much stuff, it just starts to look like fan fiction. And doing the voiceovers, I've voiced countless fan fictions where all of them are like, and this MacGuffin of amazingness that turns into the leadership of whatever is that's essentially what it is. And I just
wielding the staff of
tubular that cuts
power
through everything, and all of a sudden Starscream is a cloud. Like
Starsaber.
No, Starscream is a cloud. have you not seen?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, you saw. Good, good. Yeah, it needs less complex stupidity and more just simple awesomeness, and I kind of wanted that again.
Nothing shows like you're running out of ideas than making a Transformer into a cloud. But seriously.
I'm uploading my backstabbing plans to the cloud.
See, that's what I thought, like, Transformers Prime was a little shaky at the beginning, because then they were like, oh, we can bring Cliff Jumper back and against his friends with this
Dark Energy on
Blood of Unicron or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, it was boring.
I was like, oh, okay, let's move on.
Yeah, it was just... Ugh.
More feeling, like Super God Master Force.
Stop
you will one day.
That. Stop referencing that.
He's just gonna edit all this out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Where were we? Okay, what is Frankenseeker?
Frankenseeker is a combination of many, many Seekers. It is Deluxe Thundercracker, Deluxe Starscream, Deluxe Ghost Starscream, and Deluxe Skywarp. Most of which are KOs from Henkei, or, like, not Henkei, but, like, KO Henkei.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, like, let's get a close-up. You got, like, Skywarp's arm, and Ghost Starscream's arm, and Thundercracker's wing and leg, and that's all Frankenseeker is. He's just a combination of all these KO Seeker parts.
See, they don't need to do Blood of Unicron stuff. Why don't they just do that?
Yeah, like Shockwave was in his lab one day, and it's like, let's just combine all of them together.
Oh no, all the Seekers have been destroyed. Well, this part's still good, and this part
yeah, exactly.
Like, whose personality is going to win?
Yeah.
Who's going to take control?
I don't know. Someone said I should voice them, and then just do all three of their voices and voice them like Devastator.
It'd be like multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, it would kind of...
For Transformers.
Kind of sound like Starscream. He'd all be like, get the Autobots! And then you'd have Thundercracker, and he'd be all like, get the Autobots! And then you'd have Skywarp, and be like, get the Autobots! And then you put them all together, and it sounded like this. Get the Autobots!
Which character do you think needs a Classics Generation figure that doesn't have one yet?
I don't know. Because, like, they've done so many.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Not counting, like, the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, whatever. You know, I was about to say Soundwave Blaster, but I guess they just got one, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Can you think of anyone who hasn't gotten one yet? Beachcomber hasn't gotten one. We'll go with Beachcomber.
Does he?
No.
Oh.
He hasn't yet.
Did Sea Spray?
You have a Sea Spray.
Yeah, but that's not a classics.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's a. It was for Michael Bay verse.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They tried to not to fit that.
No,
in
it was
there.
the Hunt for the Decepticons, which was like
Yeah, but it was like
I
the
know,
third
they-
movie.
they kind of mismatched those.
Stupid.
And, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a cool figure.
Yeah, it is a really cool figure. It's
a
huge.
hovercraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got flippers for feet.
I'd say either Sea Spray or Beachcomber.
Yeah.
Beachcomber was cool.
I like Sea Spray from the G1.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk all bubbly.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of G.I. Joe?
I know nothing of G.I. Joe.
Yo, Joe!
G.I. Joe!
G.I. Joe is dead. G.I. Joe. A real American hero.
That's about my extent of the show, of my knowledge. I think
And that Cobra Commander's kind of like
Starscream.
Starscream.
Yeah. And he's got a weird shiny helmet.
more fembots?
Why not?
Sure. Just don't do what Marvel's doing with their characters, please.
What's that?
Taking well-known male characters and turning them female for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When Jane Foster became Thor.
Like, you can make an original female character that's awesome without having to be like, oh yeah, by the way, she's totally this person but female.
Yeah. Kind of takes away from it.
Yeah. Rib fur or rib fib?
Rib.
Rib fib?
Basically, you can just rephrase that as, is Rumble blue or Rumble red?
Why don't you just print that? Instead of rib, 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 rib.
Because that's what the Transformers community does.
You're trying to make me dyslexic?
Is it rib fur or rur fib?
Okay. Is it?
It's rib fur. Rumble's blue. And Frenzy's red.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it was in the American cartoon. That's how it was in the War for Cybertron game. That's how it was for some of the comics in North America. And then all of a sudden, Japan's like, okay, this is how it's always been for us, so you gotta change it. So...
Oh, Japan.
No. I mean, I guess, yeah, they invented it and they would know, but I mean, come on, it's Rumble. It's got that whole blue in his name, and Frenzy's got that whole red thing in his name kind of going on. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to you. So yeah, Rumble's blue.
What do you think is the most overrated character?
Hot Rod. That we didn't even plan that. That was just...
No, we didn't.
That came out...
That was awesome.
Synchronously. That was incredible.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
Modern update to a not G1 character. Who would it be?
I would say a Masterpiece Drift. Drift is amazing, and if they're going to go into Beast Wars, I don't see why they couldn't go into comics, although I'd like them to finish some more of the G1 or G1 continuity before they move else, but a Masterpiece Drift would be incredible.
It would.
It would. I would totally buy that.
I really like Drift.
Yeah.
And I really like the comics.
I don't really read the comics.
Did you read the comics for Drift?
Yes.
I have all 4 downstairs.
I gave you 2 of them. Or
Yes.
one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
One of them. Yeah.
Chris got me the other one.
It was a pretty cool comic series. But, yeah, I would totally buy a Masterpiece Drift. That'd be incredible.
Yep. Okay. From worst to best, what combiners do you have?
Ranked in terms of quality and which figures I actually enjoy playing with, I would say Motor Squad at the bottom, TFC Hercules next, then the Hasbro Defensor, the Hasbro Bruticus, and the Hasbro Superion. Characters that are actually my favorite, though, Menosaurus still at the bottom, then Defensor, Devastator and Bruticus tied, and Superion on top.
I like Superion.
Superion's really cool.
Yeah.
And since I have nowhere else to put it, because of a typo, this typo, here, I think I have it. I'll show you. Better than G1 Cartoon Menosaur. It literally was just Motor Master with cats on his arms and legs.
Yeah.
So I did that picture.
That's pretty good.
Alright, moving on.
What is your favorite Repro label set?
I'm going to say the Masterpiece Soundwave Kit. Just because there's so many inside jokes in just the cassette cases. Have you seen the Repro label set?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. They have one for Hasbro's Masterpiece Soundwave. And they because each of the cassettes come with a cassette case, right?
Yeah.
So they gave them like actual cassette backings. And they're double-sided somehow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so like on the front, it's like Buzzsaw Greatest Cuts, and on the back, it's like Cut Into You, and it's like a list of songs that are all puns for Buzzsaw. And Laserbeak has his own. Frenzy's is Acoustic Frenzy, and they gave you 2 options for the red or the blue for whatever one you wanted. And I love the Masterpiece Soundwave one. It's so much fun.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
How many figures do you have?
I think last time I counted it was 52. What? What?
I can hear Chris all the way from Cedar going,
Yeah.
Chilliwackmus Prime.
Yeah. He's,
I can hear him laughing as he's watching this. How many figures do you have?
52.
And he's like, probably drinking a soda or something.
Yeah, because what? He has a bunk bed, and the top bunk is just filled with them, and that bunk bed space alone is more than my entire bookshelf.
Not only that, but he texted me the other day.
Oh.
He said he was cleaning them all.
I don't want to imagine that.
He's like, this
That's
is
like
hell.
6 boxes of Q-tips.
Yep.
Ugh. Ugh. So much
All the dust.
creases and dust and... Ugh. And he's got like, what, 3 Rubbermaid bins outside of his house, too?
Yeah.
Just sitting. Full of figures that I haven't even seen yet. And my goodness. Yeah, I have 52. But all of a sudden this turned into a competition.
No competition. I just said I thought I could hear him laughing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. 52. Do you like War 4 and Fall of Cybertron?
I actually do enjoy those games. I haven't played them in quite some time, but you and I used to play against each other online quite a bit. That was tons of fun.
I loved going invisible.
Yeah.
And playing 1v1 with you.
Yeah.
And then you got good.
Yeah, that was good.
And I was like, oh my goodness, what happened?
What I liked doing was was it capture the Energon nodes or something?
Yeah.
And like everyone would, the opposing team would swarm the node and whatever and try and capture it whatever, and they all be in bot mode. And then I'd be like Starscream or whatever, and I'd fly in, transform, do the EMP, send everyone away, and then have to reset. And by the time they'd start resetting, the rest of the team would come up and wipe them out. Sweet. It was a lot of fun. I had like most kills that time, but I also died the most too. So I would just kamikaze myself. Anyways, what's the next question?
Do you think we'll get a Combiner Wars styled Predaking?
Probably not, considering Combiner Wars is kind of over. And even so, I don't know much about Predaking enough to really care. Plus, he's just robot animals, right? That's all he is?
Yeah, he is, but he's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I liked him.
Okay. That's fair.
Favorite Seeker?
This guy. Gonna say it's this guy.
Why didn't you review Optimus Maximus?
Because I didn't have him.
Favorite officially released Autobot and Decepticon?
I'm gonna say it's this guy. And this guy.
That guy.
That guy's pretty awesome.
He's pretty sweet.
And the rumor has it they're coming out with an MP version of him pretty soon. Ooh. I really hope rumors are true.
Ooh.
Because I really want him.
I know you get him too.
I would totally too. I would just like drop everything. It's like, I'm sorry, Abby, you can't be fed this month. I need to get Masterpiece Jazz.
Daddy needs his toy. What was your first Transformers figure?
My first Transformers figure was actually the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime figure I mentioned earlier. That was a really cool toy. Oh no, it wasn't actually. That was the third one I got. What am I talking about? The first one I got was Bumblebee, actually. Ironically.
Really?
Yeah. Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. That was the first. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut
I'm
up.
not going to say it.
It was before the movie.
Everything scales well with MPP. No.
It was the first. It was like just before I watched Revenge of the Fallen, and like, I think I was mad at someone, and I got on my bike and just biked to Walmart or something, and I was like, oh hey, Transformers, I should buy one for the first time ever. And I bought B and transformed it. I think Torn was there too. He met me there or something. We just like sat in the little foyer of Walmart trying to transform it and people kept walking by looking at us weird because we're like 19 or something. Like, they were like 18 and 16, just like, what is this? Like, no, the cannons are in the way, but the cannons look cool though. It's like, they're in the way. So yeah, that was the first one I got. And
How old were you?
I just said 18.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
Torin was 16, I think, or something like that. Anyways.
My brain was busy picturing the scene.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that was the point of telling
That's
you my
my
age,
excuse.
because you could picture
Anyways.
it better, but you didn't listen.
I just yeah, right through.
Okay.
Do you think that Hot Rod in Transformers 5 will be like Jazz?
This is just a weird question, because why would it be like Jazz at all?
How could you compare Hot Rod to Jazz?
Yeah. Why? No, I don't. Because I think Hot Rod's just gonna be nothing like Hot Rod or Jazz. Because he looks nothing like Hot Rod or Jazz. And it's a Michael Bay film. So, yeah, he's a Lamborghini, and he's mostly black, with specks of red.
I didn't even bother to look.
No, it was sent to me. And I was
Really?
like, oh, okay. Like, it's not even a Hot Rod. I would accept it if he was like a 1980-something or 1970-something muscle car, and they had flames on it. Sure, if you're gonna do the whole real-world accurate car. But to have Hot Rod as a Lamborghini Reventador, or whatever it is nowadays, but it's like the concept Lamborghini car.
Aventador?
It's not the Aventador.
No.
It's like after the Aventador. It's like a concept Lamborghini car now.
Oh.
And it's not the Inconian either.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I think it starts with R. But it's just... Ugh, why? It doesn't even look like Hot Rod.
Because Michael Bay?
Because Michael Bay. It looks like no incarnation of Hot Rod.
No.
The only red on him is trim that shows up a little bit more when he's in bot mode.
Who drives a Lamborghini and points to it and says, hey, that's my Hot Rod.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no,
And then he
that's
goes and pulls
Hot
one out.
My Hot Rod.
Just so everybody knows that where they don't have hot rods, those are pepperoni sticks.
Yeah. It's not a Hot Rod.
Who is your favorite combiner that isn't the first 5 from seasons 1 and 2 of Transformers?
See,
What kind of question is that?
Again, arbitrary things.
Let's be specific, but answer my question.
If you're talking G1, I'm going to say Computron, because Computron is kind of cool. But I'm going to go with Betatron, because I like to live on the edge. Betatron's cool because he's scattershot still, but get this. He's Rook. He's Takeoff, which is blast off as a jet. He's Alpha Bravo, and he's off-road. So we've got like all these things. It's cool. It's Betatron. Yeah.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Least favorite combiner that isn't Menasor.
Again,
What?
you know
you
what?
just list them in order? What was the one you listed after Menasor?
As a character, Defensor.
Well, there you go. There's the answer.
Moving on. Next subject, the channel itself.
4,000 subs! Wow, that's awesome! 4,000?
It's like 4,300 now. I know. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome! How would I go about getting that many myself?
Well, that's a question I'll answer for you right now. I don't know the answer. I really don't. See, I just made content, and then it just kind of got bigger.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, that's really it.
I mean, that's like the most cliche that every YouTuber says.
There's a reason why.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
And go look at my channel, and I have all of like 3-4 videos. And I have
all
probably
on Mass Effect figures.
Yeah, and for like probably not even 20 subscribers. And there's a reason for that.
I remember when you first put your Talizora review up, and it was just after I started my channel, and your thing got like 400 reviews in 2 weeks. I'm like, my thing's only getting like 20 views. Why? I was confused.
It's because it was Mass Effect. It's the
I
subject.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, it was like
hot at the time.
billions of Transformers reviewers now and then too.
I had a silly video of my friend and I with our cars.
Yeah.
And he's driving his BMW, and I was just filming him.
Yeah.
And that got over 3,000 views.
I
or
saw
something
that.
stupid like that.
Yeah.
And
it was
then it
weird.
was all like, "Do you want to monetize?" And I was like, "Why? So BMW can put an advertisement just before this video of
Yeah,
him forgetting
exactly.
to take the e-brake off?" Because that's what it was. He went to pull away, revved up, and then he went dropped the clutch, and the e-brake was on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, so honestly, we have no idea how we're getting views. It's just double eyes. It's just roll the dice and like, just make content that you would watch, really. Because if you don't even want to watch it, why would someone else?
Yeah.
So,
can you do a tutorial on how to paint?
No, and here's a very specific reason why. I'm not very good at it. I know some people like to look at the things like, wow, you did so good, but I don't know the tricks of the trade, how to actually make it look very professional and all that kind of stuff. There's many tutorials that I watched that I don't remember any of them right now, but like you can just look up any like model railroading painting tutorial and it'll teach you everything you need to know because it's just out there. There's a lot better, like sanding. I don't know the sanding to use, what paint to use, and I only recently found out to use acrylic paint instead of enamel. And you know, I'm still learning, so I don't want to make a tutorial to teach other people the wrong things, basically.
Yeah, Nelson does painting on YouTube.
Does he?
Yeah, tutorials.
Should watch his.
His Mini Wargamers Corner.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Look up Mini Wargamers Corner, because we're friends with that guy.
Like airbrushing and everything, and he does some crazy good painting.
Like, was it you that was telling me or someone else?
Probably
Torn.
Yeah.
Where some of the things he has like one hair brushes that he paints stripes individually on something that big, and he's got like 40 stripes of each color.
Yeah.
And I could never have that much patience, but what's he called again? Mini
Wargamers Corner.
Yeah. And if that's what he's called, then go find him. And that's the tutorial you should watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he talks about all his techniques, procedures, prep, everything.
Okay, yeah, watch that guy.
Do you take voice requests for other channels? Or voice auditions for your channel?
See, I used to do other channel voice requests, but I have a baby now, and my life is a crazy amount of busy. Plus, I've seen so many scripts, and like half of them were good, and I only voiced for the half that I thought were either passable or better, and I'm just getting tired of seeing so many people's scripts that I'm not doing anyone else's. And on the flip side, I don't feel I should accept voices if I'm not giving voices. I just don't think that's fair. There's a few exceptions here or there, like for instance, you want to do a voice and you're nearby, so.
Yeah, I'm just downstairs.
Exactly. You have a good microphone. 2 good microphones.
We're using it right now.
Yes, we are. So, in general, no, I don't accept voice auditions anymore, but if I hear a good voice, I will request it, and I won't even do it for free. Like, I'll offer something in return. I'll try to, nowadays, anyways.
Which review was the most difficult to make?
Oh.
It's kind of a loaded question.
Why?
Just because, what kind of difficult?
No, I was about to say the
time-consuming.
Yeah, there's different levels of
more modes,
Yeah. Well, the one I'm currently making right now is your 6-shot review, and that's just the G1. And what?
Oh.
They know. I've told them. Yeah.
Oh.
It was a little sneak peek in a thing. But,
no spoiler alert required.
Okay. Apparently not. Just the G1, though. And there's 6 modes, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, I've got to transform it for the 4th time now. But, so that one's difficult in the sense of there's a lot of steps to do it. There's a lot of pictures and a lot of time consuming. But the one I thought was the most difficult motivational-wise to do was the Combiner Wars Metasaur because I hated the figure so much. And it was just halfway through I kind of gave up, but I was moving and I had to get rid of the toys, and I was like, okay, well, I could just make this review anyway. Let's just force it through. And that was a bad idea because I've been kind of on Combiner burnout ever since. And you can kind of see that in Superion. You can sort of see it in Defensor, and you can definitely see it in Bruticus, because Bruticus isn't even out yet, and I haven't even started, because I look at it and go, that's why.
There's nothing worse than doing a review on something you don't enjoy.
Exactly. That's also why a lot of these reviews are positive, because I just don't have time for crap figures. Anyway.
That should be a quote.
I don't have time for crap figures.
Why are you called the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer?
It's because I have a lazy eyebrow, and I explained why earlier.
Is that all?
Well, Torin came up with the name because he's a jerk.
Yeah.
That about sums it up, though. It's just, I was making this channel, and I didn't know what to call it, and I was thinking calling it, like, stop motion reviews or something, but I thought that was kind of lame. Could you imagine a channel? Welcome to Stop Motion Reviews. What do you do? Oh, I don't know. But,
something about motion and stopping and reviews.
So, but by calling myself that, I kind of limited myself to just stop motion, just reviews, when I can do more, and sometimes have done more. But it was actually Torin that came up with the name, and well, that answers the next question. So go ahead and ask the next question. I'll continue this answer.
Where did you come up with the idea for your channel logo?
I like how you emphasize the word "you" because it wasn't me.
All right, you want me to read again? Where did you come up with the idea for your channel logo?
There we go. That's better. Torin came up with it, actually. Again, he came up with the name. So I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what the logo was going to be. I didn't know what anything was going to be. I just knew I was going to make reviews. In fact, I made a dummy Astro Trainer review that isn't the one that's on the channel and showed it to him. And 3 days later, he came by with a napkin and a crayon drawing. In fact, it's this crayon drawing right here. And then called it Lazy Eyebrow Reviews. I'm like, okay, that's the name, and you're a jerk. So that's kind of how the story of that came about.
Why did you make your logo out of Lego?
It only made sense. It was a stop motion channel that I would make something I could stop motion to my logo. So, Lego.
How long does it take to make a video? What's the process? What programs do you use? Where do you come up with the ideas? Can you show us some of your stop motions? Would you eat beans? Would you eat beans with George Wendt? Would you watch a movie starring George Wendt eating beans?
All of those questions and more are answered in this live stream that you can see the link. It's like right here. It's an awesome thing. It's 10.5 hours long. It's for Masterpiece Ratchet, and this is why the Q&A didn't come out, because I was waiting for the stream to end.
Answered.
Daily Double.
You gotta stop doing that. Okay. What inspired you to make videos, and why stop motion?
I actually saw a lot of videos out there, namely from Optibottomists, that were just long. Very long. And no offense to him, they're just long. I'm not into that. So, I was watching his videos, and I saw many other videos, and then eventually I stumbled, I think it was you that sent me the link, because you were thinking like, hey, I'm thinking of buying, what was it, you were going to get Nemesis Prime, and Sleepy Prime, and Optimus Prime, the MPO4s, and we couldn't because of the tsunami in Japan.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. But, you sent me the link to, I think it was Sleepy Prime, the review from TF Source. And I saw the stop motion of that. I'm like, this is how a review should be done.
Yeah.
And then I watched his things, and I talked to the people from TF Source, and they really liked his content, but eventually he had to stop doing it. And, like, half of the figures I was interested in, and then half the figures were just, I didn't even know what they were. Like, add-on kits for Superion for the Revenge of the Fallen Superion. It wasn't even planes. Like, I just couldn't get into the review because I didn't care about the figure. So I wanted to see more of that, and I scoured the internet and couldn't find it. And then, I decided if I can't find them, I'll make them. And that's how the channel started.
For your enjoyment.
Yeah.
Does anybody else make stop-motion videos? No, nobody.
No. Stop-motion videos themselves, I like, Is it Lewis or Harris Lorio? Harris Lorio. He makes pretty good stop motions. There's Counter 656. As far as stop motion reviews go, there's been a few people that have been inspired by my channel to make their own, and some of them actually do pretty good. There was a guy by the name of Simon at Mac. That was his channel name. He was actually doing it before I was, and for whatever reason, I could not find it despite stop motion review, and that literally being in his title. I don't get it. Sometimes YouTube's screwed up. But I couldn't find him, and sadly he stopped like months after I started my channel. So I don't know if the two events they have any correlation, but if they are, I'm totally sorry. I hope I didn't inspire you to stop. But
Play X-Files theme now.
yeah, it's a conspiracy. So there's that. There's those two, and then there's countless stop motion channels. But Counter 656 is all right. I don't enjoy his style. He's got a very specific style of movement that it feels weird to me. But he's pretty good. And then there's Harris Lorio. I think that's his name, and he makes incredible stop motions. I can just totally get behind.
I have to look it up now.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Sweet. What about Overdose 4?
Overdose 4 is being made. Eventually, one day, sometime soon. We're coming up with skits right now. It's in the concept phase. I've got quite a few. It's a huge list, this long of ideas. I don't know how many of them, I had a list that long for Overdose 3 and only half of them got made. So half of them got carried over and the other half are new. And a lot of people have been contributing ideas too that have been incredibly funny. But beyond that, half of those ideas need Starscream, and I don't have MP Starscream. In fact, funny story, I've bought Starscream about 7 times now, and each time it's been a fraud or a scam, and I've gotten my money back 6 of those times. So, yeah.
It's kind of funny and ironic that you get fake Starscreams.
Yeah. Yeah. The backstabbers backstab me. So I'm waiting on an MP Starscream before I can even start filming, because a lot of them require a Starscream, and that sucks. So that's kind of where Overdose 4 is at right now.
Here, sell this, Megatron. They won't know the difference.
Why can't I watch Overdose 2 or 3?
You said that so accusingly too. Am I banned? No,
It's not my question. But why?
Some people can't watch it because of copyright. I use some songs in the Overdose 2 and 3 that can't be watched in other countries, and YouTube's kind of like, you can't watch this, for whatever reason. So what I've done is I've taken all of those skits that didn't trigger copyright and put it into Overdose 3.5 HD Remix Alpha Gold Edition, whatever else I called it. But it's an hour long, and it's just shorts, and so you can watch all of those now. But the reason why I put those songs in usually is because I don't really care about money, because I don't do it for money. I did it for fun. So when I put those up, anything that gets claimed, I don't care about. I don't even put a claim in. So I'm sure it's fair use by that point, but I don't really care. So for those guys that can't see it, you can watch the full thing now, the whole thing start to finish, because I want everyone to see it. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that answers that question.
All right. What about Transformers Track and Field Meet?
I can't believe some of you remembered that, because that was 4.5 years ago that I made it. And that was the only reason I made that was just a proof of concept type thing that I could do green screen. Which, if you've seen the third one, no, I can't.
The next one will just be Shia LaBeouf.
Do it! Yeah. Yeah, so that's all it was. It was just me screwing around with green screen.
All right. Of all the guest adults...
Combiners.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, of all those, what's been your favorite review?
Gonna be Defensor, actually. That's the one I had most fun on, because I made the defense rap.
That was pretty awesome.
I loved it. It wasn't even my idea either.
Whose idea was that?
See, okay, so what I did was, at the beginning of the Rook review, I said he's the 6th member of the defense crew. It was just a fun little in-joke.
Yeah. And
then I think it was Shockwave 514 was like, you should do the whole song. I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Here we go.
And that was the best idea ever. It was so much fun to make.
Put your hands together. They're finally here. Coconut gun. CG. Coconut gun.
He has no style. He has a coconut gun.
What frame rate do you use?
Normally 12. I find that's the one that's the easiest to fiddle around with and whatever. 15, I really have to take my time on, but I can do it. I find 12 is where I comfortably go, and it's not too jarring, and people are like, what's going on? And it doesn't make people sick. So yeah, 12. And how did I find that? That's actually the next question: is how do you know if your figures move too far in the frame? It is just trial and error. You'll set it at 12, and if it looks like this, and then that, that's too far. Unless you're doing a karate chop in 3 frames like that. Yeah. But I mean, like, you gotta gauge it, you have to film it, and if it looks like trash, you have to redo it. Because if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. That's that.
Will you do any more collaborations with Taze Jackson / Faceless Joe?
Probably. I don't see why not. He now lives in the same city that I do. More like I moved to the same city he lives in again. So, I mean, like, eventually, probably, yes. And this guy?
Yes.
Personal life!
When and how did you meet your wife?
It was 2008, and it was at a beach. And some friends invited us to go visit them while they were camping. And they also invited Cynthia's family to go visit them while they were camping, and that's when we met. And we actually didn't like each other for like the first year and a half. No, she thought I was a nerd.
It sounds like you treated her.
Yeah?
Oh, I just totally blew her off when I first met her.
Oh, really? No, that's kind of what I did too, because I was like...
Well, I was actually hanging out with you at the time where we were going to play soccer in the field. And
right.
I met her, and then I hated being here because I moved away from all my other friends.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of where I was at too, when I met Cynthia first.
And she was so like, hi, nice to meet you. And I'm just like... I don't want to know any more people. All my friends died.
Yeah. So, like...
I was a jerk.
Actually, both of our wives were really good friends, and we were really good friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that worked out.
And it came together.
But not like this.
No, George. Not like this.
So, yeah. That's how that... We eventually... Like, my sisters got to be friends with Cynthia. And then I kind of got to know Cynthia, and then we kind of got married 5 years after that, and it was, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you playing Pokemon Go?
Is anyone playing Pokemon Go anymore?
Here's funny is I just downloaded it again.
Really?
I played it once, and they've changed a lot in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a lot better.
That's good.
So you can actually see where they are now.
Oh.
It's not just like, oh yeah, it's in this area, I kind of wander around, figure out where it is, but it gives you like specific pictures of where they are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I have a phone that can run it properly, so that's awesome too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hype's died down.
But yeah, it has.
I never actually played it to begin with. I think I downloaded it once, I caught the Charmander, I walked home. This is a stupid app, deleted it, and never picked it up again.
Now you can have a Pokemon as your buddy. You can pick any Pokemon and it walks with you.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never thought it any... Because you can't... It'd be cool if it was a Pokemon game on your phone, but it's not. It's just a collectathon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's changed anymore.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. It's just like geocaching for Pokemon.
Pretty much.
And I'm not into geocaching to begin with, so why would I do that?
It's supposed to get you to exercise.
Yeah.
How is your daughter?
She's actually doing pretty good. Yeah. She's 9 months now, and almost walking. Taller than Metroplex. That's a milestone. Just growing up, just taller than Metroplex.
When your children are taller than your largest Transformer, it just puts a sparkle in your eye, don't you know?
Yeah, it does.
Can I donate to the cause?
I tried that once. I tried having a donation thing. And because a lot of people were asking, and like, oh, I want to donate and whatever, because I really like your content and stuff, and can I donate? And I said yes. After a while, sure. I set up a fundraiser. I let it go for a month and said, like, if you can contribute a little bit amount, it can make this, and I can buy a whole bunch of figures, and I can make overdoses again. And the funny thing was, everyone that asked to donate didn't donate. Not at all. Not a dime. So I'm not even sure why they asked. So there was that, and then I ended up getting about $100 in total from 3 other people, and that was like blown away because I wasn't expecting that at all, and I didn't want anything. I don't want money. That's not why I'm doing this. Like, I'm just having fun doing a hobby. It's my stress relief, and people keep asking me if they can donate money, and just, you know how you can help? You can like and just leave a comment. Any comment, it can be 2 letters because the algorithm system is pushing me out. Well, not me, but everyone out now. Because if you're not getting likes, you're not getting comments, you're not getting anything. And that's just how it is. So, if you want to donate, just honestly like and comment. And I'm not begging for it, but, like, if that's how you want to help that way. Because I don't want money. I don't need money. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're broke as all else, but we're fine.
In the same boat. In the same boat.
We should throw it again.
At least we have paddles still in the same boat.
Haven't used those for heat yet. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think one of the best ways people, like, just, like, locally is helping with hardware and stuff like that.
Was that just a sly, like, you want to buy a computer, or?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, if you got a friend that has this, come on over. That's how you help, because it improves the quality.
Oh, yeah. Thank you again for this microphone.
Yeah, that.
Is that where you're going with this?
Sort of, but
Okay.
without trying to draw attention to myself, George.
Oh, I see. I've drawn attention.
See,
I've drawn attention.
when I'm doing live streams on Twitch, when I was doing it a lot, and I had, about 30, 40 people watching at a time, that was what they're like, oh, where can we donate? So I set up a PayPal thing, and I think it got like $150.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it went right into the stream. It went into my computer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that's the thing. It's like when people donated, that's where it went to. I bought a Polygon, Bumblebee, and Wheeljack.
Yeah,
It's like,
so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, oh, here's money, and you've got what you need to do the stuff, if you're doing it and you like doing it, that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
No.
But anyways,
Yeah.
my 2 cents.
Exactly.
What do you do other than stop motion, George?
Well, this guy and I, we use controllers. These controllers, specifically. And, we play a lot of Rocket League, actually. That's a lot of fun.
It is so much.
I like Rocket
Even when we suck.
League. Oh, and we suck.
Yeah.
I don't know how this goes. Anyways, I do that. I do that. I also play Smash. A lot of Smash Bros.
Yep.
I also take care of my daughter.
Yep.
Take care of my wife.
Yep.
And I work full time.
Yep.
Yep. I'm a sawyer at a wood truss plant. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah, that's been the Q&A, and I hope you've got a little bit of insight as to my life and a little bit of his life.
Just a little bit.
So yeah, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no worries.
This was fun. Yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you all at a different time.
Bye-bye.